2008 Margaret Brent Award recipient, the Honorable Ruth Cooper Burg. In nominating Ruth for this award, time and again people marveled at her many talents, both professionally and in fishing, knitting, cooking, and piano. They marveled as well at her perseverance and hard work, her energy and spirit, her loyalty and caring. Among these dozens of people who wrote to nominate Ruth was someone with a unique insight into the award, Anne Garfinkel, whose husband Joseph Brent is a descendant of Margaret. And as Anne has noted, just as Margaret Brent was a legendary pioneer in our profession in her day, Ruth Burg has also been a notable pioneer in the law since her graduation from George Washington University Law School in 1950. Solely on the grounds of her gender, the dean of her law school flatly refused to refer her for either a judicial clerkship or an associateship at a major law firm, as he had always done for the men who previously graduated first in their classes. In the years that followed, because she worked in complex and arcane practice areas as tax, construction, and nuclear and defense contracting, she had to overcome the notion that, as a woman, she was incapable of comprehending these complicated, traditionally male subjects. After doing excellent work in tax law early in her career, it was a position at the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission Board of Contract Appeals that led her into the developing area of contract law and an eventual judgeship on the Armed Services Board of Contract Appeals, the ASBCA. During her 23-year judicial career at the ASBCA, Judge Burg ruled on a full realm of government contract subject matter. Many of her cases were landmarks in government contract law and were so significant that the future of large corporate defense contractors and major government programs were often at stake. Throughout her amazingly long and inspirational career devoted to public service, Ruth made it one of her primary objectives to enhance the role of women in the practice of government contract law. As many of the women at the ASBCA who followed in the path she cleared for them have said, it was Ruth who encouraged, challenged, nurtured, nudged, and cajoled them into striving for and achieving what they might otherwise never have imagined for themselves. She was their guiding light that gave to each of them the kind of caring guidance, counsel, and wisdom that only someone with a warm heart and decades of experience could give. Though she thoroughly enjoyed her years at the ASBCA, she felt the need to spend more quality time with her 4 children, their spouses, and her 3 grandchildren. She also wanted to travel with her husband Mo to the interesting places where he, a world-renowned medical researcher, was invited, and to spend more time on fly fishing expeditions with him at their home in Montana, and in their travels to New Zealand, Chile, and Argentina, all things which were quite limited when on the bench. However, retirement is simply not a word found in Ruth's vocabulary. Because her skills as a settlement judge were so renowned while she was on the bench, Ruth quickly found herself in high demand as a private mediator and arbitrator. Busy as she always is, Ruth still finds time to actively participate in the D.C. Bar Association, Federal Bar Association, the Boards of Contract Appeals Bar Association, and the Boards of Contract Appeals Judges Association. She is a woman of true character and extraordinary accomplishment, whose historic career has earned her the respect and affection of all who have benefited from her public service. Or, as her friend Jennifer Dower put it, there is power in being a woman lawyer, power that does not come from height, a deep voice, a title, or even a high salary. What I am reminded of every time I see Ruth is that power comes from intelligence, judgment, perseverance, and dedication to our profession. The ABA Commission on Women in the Profession is pleased to present the 2008 Margaret Brent Women Lawyers of Achievement Award to the Honorable Ruth Cooper Burg.